guys, LosingDrea here. I'm in a funk. It's 11:01 p.m. on Monday, February the 25th, 2013. And I'm not feeling too good. I'm not feeling good at all. I'm very tired. I have no energy. And I kind of let myself down. I had a wheat relapse. I had a big time food binge and wheat relapse. Sunday, my last video anyways, I came on here and I told you guys it was in the middle of the night from Saturday night. Sunday morning. Came on here and told you guys that Sunday was my weigh-in day and I didn't know if I was going to weigh in or not because I wasn't going to probably even get any sleep because I had to, I was cooking. I don't know if I even mentioned that I was cooking. I was making rice pudding to take to my aunt who I hadn't seen in a long time who lives in Port St. Lucie, Florida, for anybody who doesn't know where that is. So anyways, long story short, I never got any sleep at all. Ended up going there, got there, and it was like a celebration of life type memorial for the friends and family that were here that could not make it to where they actually buried him in New York. And my aunt spent a lot of money on food. And I get to this, it's like a community pool, but they have like a conference room or something that you could actually rent if you're live in the community. You could actually rent it from the community, and it was a lot larger and better than having something at her house for the amount of people that she expected would be there. There was a lot of people there, but not as many as she expected, and she surely ordered a lot more food than probably was needed. I have to say that Publix, especially the one where she went in Port St. Lucie, sucks. You know, they should know better. You know, if a person tells you they're having so many people or expecting so many people, even if it's 75, even if it's 80, they sent way too much food. They saw her coming from a mile away, and they sold her a lot of food, and there was a lot of food left over. And I'm the type of person that, with all the stuff that my husband do here in our community, we figured we'd bring the stuff home and we'd be able to get rid of it. Well, after I worked all night long, went to my aunt's, ended up at the rec room, just my hubby and I, did what I did, and I ended up staying in that kitchen. I don't know if it was a fear of being around all of that food, that maybe I just felt more comfortable in that kitchen than out and about talking with people. But I stayed in that kitchen and I served coffee and I made sure that the food and everything went well, and if people wanted stuff to go, I was giving it out and letting them take it, hooking them up with care packages and to-goes and whatever. My aunt told everybody, just take it or I'm going to throw it out. Well, I ended up bringing a lot of it home, and I was okay. I was eating little bits of stuff here and there that was not junk, not wheat. I stayed away from the wheat. I have pictures I'm going to insert of all the foods and stuff that was there. No wonder I haven't eaten any of this stuff. Dessert table. It's driving me crazy. Look at this chocolate cake. 7-layer chocolate cake. Oh, I'm behaving though. I haven't eaten any of it. And it was no wonder at one particular point there was many egg clairs, and they were melted, and I was like up to my elbows practically in chocolate and egg clairs and cream puffs and just cookies and all the fattening stuff. Well, not all of it, but a lot of the fattening stuff was right back where I was, and I didn't touch it. Not while I was there, anyways. I came home and it was late, and I was frustrated and I was tired, and I was in that mode where I had more energy than I probably should have had because I had been up now for 2 whole days, and I had like been standing on my feet and going back and forth from the rec room to my car and wrapping all of this extra platters of food that were left over. I had put them all in separate new garbage bags, so that if anything spilled, it wouldn't spill out in my car. So we had it was about a 2 hour, 2.5 hour. I don't even think it seemed so fast that we got home, but I was tired and I did doze off here and there a little bit during the drive, but it didn't seem, I guess going home is never as bad as it seems going when you're going somewhere. But it's only about 2 point something hours from where I live. And I guess, of course, that's how you drive. Excuse me, because I just woke up. And, what's weird about that is it's 11:06 p.m. and normally I would be up working. I went to sleep, I don't even know, maybe 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. I had a crash. I had a bad crash. Loss of energy. I don't even want to begin to tell you. Not having eaten wheat for the longest time for me has made me feel energized. Not have hunger all the time. Not binge eat in the middle of the night. So many great benefits. And I see it now more than ever because now I know how I feel at the moment. And I had a bad wheat and food relapse, basically. There's a lot of good food. There's cheese and there's stuff that it was supposed to end up at my aunt's. I don't know how I ended up with that. She wanted the cheese. But I ended up with it. Nobody came back to the rec room to help. Nobody. My cousin was there and he left. And by all means, I'm not complaining. I felt that my aunt and my cousin shouldn't have had to do even what they did. They shouldn't have had this thing. People were bringing food. She shouldn't have even had to buy anything. When a time, for me, when somebody passes away, you don't have a party and spend $1,000 or any money and feed all these people. Let them, they come to you, they bring you things, they comfort you. It's your time of mourning. My aunt can't thank me enough, and I love her. I do. And I was happy to see my cousin. I was happy to see my aunt, and that's what I went for. I wasn't expecting, and I'm sure she wasn't even expecting me to do what I did. And I jumped in there and I took over and I took care of the people and I made things go smooth. So my aunt didn't have to do anything, and she could sit and schmooze with the people and. But anyways, this isn't about that. This is about me coming on here and fessing up to the fact that I had a bad wheat relapse, and I basically ended up eating last night and then today a bunch of this foods that were not even food. I ate egg clairs, I ate cream puffs, I ate cookies, I ate cheesecake. I mean, I really had a food binge. That's what I did. And I knew I was doing it, and I did it anyways. But I'm a food addict, and that's what a food addict does when they relapse, or what any addict does when they relapse is they There's no such thing as moderation. There's no such thing as weighing out your food or portion control. There's no such thing as what's healthy, what's not healthy, and obviously there's no such thing as not eating wheat when you don't want to eat wheat. I mean, cookies, everything I ate basically had wheat in it, I'm pretty sure of it. Coconut macaroons. I don't even know what's in it. There's coconut in it. I mean, just ridiculous. And it's still in my refrigerator. I have two refrigerators and they're both now full with all this stuff. I mean, there's a wonderful fruit salad. But even that, you can't go overboard on. It's just too much. It's way too much. On Wednesday, I have this treadmill coming and I can't wait for it to get here any sooner. But even if I'd worked out and ran or walked or whatever I could do on that thing for even 2, 3 hours, I don't think it would have helped for what I consumed. And I had this bad crash and I was falling asleep on the couch and I was fighting it and fighting it and I finally couldn't do it anymore. Hubby said he was going somewhere and if I'd get up, I can't even think. I couldn't think of what my address is. I couldn't think of my zip code. I never imagined how bad of a reaction I could have for reintroducing wheat back into my life. It's horrible. Horrible. Staying away from the weed, I would have stayed away from all that stuff. And I did good while I was there. I didn't touch a single one of those stupid things. I didn't lick my fingers when I had chocolate all over them. I was doing great. I had quite a bit of coffee. And even though it's sugar-free creamer that I was using. And then I went to the non-dairy. Because, see, I use the French vanilla. I have this French vanilla creamer. And it's like 30 calories a teaspoon, and so I can have like 2.5, maybe 3 teaspoons, but that's 90 calories. But the regular creamer is only 10 calories a teaspoon, and so 3 would have been 30 calories, which would have been 1 teaspoon worth of the French vanilla creamer. I like my coffee light, and then I have it with like 2 sweet and lows, and it's basically, to me, I've been replacing water with coffee, and ever since I'm drinking coffee, I'm not drinking water. And I was drinking my water and I was getting at least 64 ounces in, which still isn't half of my body weight. It's only half of what I'm supposed to be drinking, basically. But at the bare minimum, at least I was doing that, where I'm never thirsty, I'm never drinking. But I feel sick. I feel like I got this like head cold. I'm sure you guys hear it in my voice. I kind of sound a little bit manly. At least to me, I do. And maybe it's because the whole upper stuffy thing going on that maybe I just feel I sound that way, and maybe I don't. I don't know. I think I do. But yeah, I have to fess up. I can't. I'm not gonna. I started this challenge on Friday at 233.2 pounds. No, 233.6 pounds. I guess in all actuality it was 233.2. Because it's like 0.04 of an ounce worth of clothes or my camera or whatever in my hand. But I'm going to weigh in with clothes on since it's a challenge, so I went with the 233.6 anyways. I was down Saturday to 231.2. And Sunday I didn't weigh in because I knew I was going to the shindig. But I didn't, not because of the shindig, but because I hadn't slept from the night before, and I usually go to sleep and get at least 5 or 6 hours of sleep in, then wake up and weigh myself. So I decided I was going to weigh myself today. And that was what I was going to report for my weigh-in. And I went in at 236.4. And like overnight, I don't know, maybe I had some salt, maybe it's just water. I don't feel fat. I'm not gonna say I don't feel fat, I don't feel bloated, and I don't feel overstuffed. That's not my issue. My issue is I have clouded thoughts. I don't have the clear mindset that I've been having, that I've been experiencing. Like I said, I was confused about my address and my zip code earlier today. Hubby kept saying to somebody the address, the house number, and for some reason it didn't sound right. And then it came down to I was trying to hook something up with my smart TV, and it was asking for my zip code, and I wasn't sure that I was putting in the right zip code, and it kept saying that they didn't have any information for that zip code anyways. And so I was doubting that I was putting in the right zip code. And just certain things, just the way I feel. I have this like neck pain going on a little bit, like I could use a massage, and I don't know. This video is going on and on and on. I'm gonna try to edit it. I'm gonna even get to upload it on time because it's already 11:16 in the evening here. But anyways, last week, week 72, I weighed in at 230.8 pounds. I was up 3 pounds from the previous week of 227.8. And so here on week 73, day plus 1 day, I'm 236.4. There's a difference of plus 5.6 pounds from last week. And what would have been day 35 of my wheat-free, gluten-free, no unnatural sugars and carbs. And I relapsed, so I actually relapsed overnight, Sunday night. I would particularly say it was already Monday. So I made it to day 35, but on day 35 I relapsed. So I couldn't even go a whole 60 days. And I watched a video from Looney Tune, Lockdown Looney Tune, Sabrina. And she was doing a fast, a juice fast, and she was crying her eyes out and feeling bad. I mean, she's very stressed out, and I could totally understand where she's at. And she's more worried about letting other people down and stuff. At least it sounded so in the way she was doing her video. And I mean, I'm not even looking in the camera. I can't even face you guys. But trying to let myself cry or beat myself up over what I've done. I just know I can't do this again. And all that food's there. All that food is out there, and I'm afraid that the way I'm feeling right now, I was doing so good and not having the cravings to eat food and binge, because I really believe that the wheat and the gluten and all that stuff was like when I was eating it before, or I should say actively eating it all the time, not knowing that it could harm me or do my body bad. I was basically not having the food cravings, and I was having to remind myself to eat, and I wasn't really even eating properly. I don't feel like I was eating properly. Before even eating the wheat, eating a pita pocket or eating stuff with a salad, I was eating healthy portions. I mean, I managed to lose the majority of my weight, like 60-something pounds, before even stopping eating the wheat. And, it's just crazy. It's crazy how us people who are addicted to food have to feel this way. It's crazy that our government allows food to be processed with stuff in it. For one reason or another, maybe they feel they're doing something good. I don't feel so good right now. I don't feel like sick to my stomach. I don't feel bloated. It's more of a dull head pain. It's more of a, like I said, heavy head. Just, I can't even explain it. And I just want to go back to the way things had been for the last 34 days before this day. And I don't want to eat any of this stuff anymore. And I hope like hell, if it doesn't at least go from my refrigerator, that I don't touch it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to touch it. And yet, I'm going to get hungry, and I'm going to have to go in there, and I'm going to have to eat something. And I'm going to see Ziploc bag after Ziploc bag after Ziploc bag of cold cuts. And that's not even the problem. I mean, cold cuts are not fattening. But those cookies are in there. There's cake in there. Those friggin' mini egg clairs and mini cream puffs are in there. I'm actually scared of my refrigerator right now. Okay, anyways, I'm never gonna get this uploaded if I don't at least end this somewhere. I'm just rambling, but I guess that's y'all's getting to witness the testimony of a food addict with no control. And I know if you're watching this, you know how I feel. You can relate because you're there. You've been there. So I know y'all think, hey, Drea's doing really good and wow, you're proud of you and all that. And I've been reading some of your comments from Journey for a Healthier Me, Barbie. Thank you so very much for your comments. And yeah, I was doing really good. I'm still doing good. I'm not going to kick myself while I'm down, but I have to be honest. I have to be honest. Because if I'm not honest with you guys, I'm not being honest with myself. And if I'm not being honest with myself, I can't recover. I can't get better. And, this is something I'll get over this. I know I will. So I'm not beating myself up. But I feel like crap right now. I really do. And I did it to myself. And, I'm glad that I went and saw my aunt. And I'm glad that I saw my cousin. But I surely wish there was no food involved. It was horrible. Yeah, I'm even breaking out a little bit, which is something that I hadn't done in a while. That's proof. Wheat sucks. For any of you out there eating bread, cookies, candy, cake, whatever, if it's got wheat in it, I'm here to tell you that shit is bad. It really is. But I need to pray for me because I feel very inside right now and it's not like me. But, well, I also got to see my girlfriend Charlotte. I was there in Port St. Lucie and she lives there with her husband. And I got to see my friend Dawn. And these are girls I grew up with in school and I have so much love for. And Charlotte's like a sister to me. And I could not be there and not give her a call. And she came up there to the community where my aunt lives and came and seen us. And I even went over to her house after the fact. And everything was fine. I was going to even give her a bunch of food. I don't even know what happened. We were so excited to just see one another. I didn't take none of this stuff out of my trunk. I just didn't want to mess with it. I was too tired at that point. And I knew we had to still drive all the way home. And I didn't want to start messing with all this stuff that I'd put away. Anyways, today's a new day. Well, it's not yet midnight, but Tuesday today is going to be a new day. That's the day I mean today. Tomorrow. And if I could just get through tonight, because I want to go sleep right now. But I feel like if I do, because I work nights, I'm going to be so screwed up come tomorrow night when I need to stay awake. I'm not going to be able to do it. And regular coffee to me is not like my Cuban coffee that I'm used to drinking and have not had since before January 21st. Because regular coffee, if I want to go to sleep, drink a cup of that, and I'm out like a light. So whatever caffeine's in regular coffee, it does not do it for me. It's that Cuban coffee that I need, and without having the sugar, regular sugar, it does me no good whatsoever. And sugar's not the problem. Sugar's not the problem. It's the frickin' that damn wheat. I know it is. Anyways, my boo's here with me.
Love you, baby.
I love you too, baby. And thank God I got him because he's my rock right now. With that said, be happy, be healthy, be beautiful, but just be you. Be the boss of your loss. I'm kind of laughing when I say that. I was really a boss of my loss last night, let me tell you. But be the boss of your loss if you're on a weight loss journey. Don't kick yourself when you're down. Make a mistake. We do something bad. Hey, it's who we are. Pick yourself up, wipe yourself off, get back in the saddle, and keep on riding towards that path on your journey where you're going. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Love you guys. Be blessed.